said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Broncos will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Duke's offense will go on the attack first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great. Turning it on!
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Gives it on the option. Can't get it to the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll try the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. Grabbed over the middle. It's Taylor. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the marker. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. He'll pull it on the read. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Taylor. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside for defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football, and they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Broncos offense has the ball for the first time. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And it's the free safety. He comes in and makes the sack. We don't get to say that very often, usually back in coverage, but you could tell had a little speed there. Go get the quarterback, go get him on the ground.
The Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grabbed in the middle, it's Marshall. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Wagner. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. Backed up now, here's second and long.
Brings up second down.
Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Bears the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. And the Broncos will punt it away on fourth down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Makes one man miss. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above the Smurf turf.
The Blue Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Broncos will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Edwards.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Got enough for the first. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Blue Devils back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quarterback on the keeper. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Leaves it with the running back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense has to use a timeout, and this call will be big. A first down run in the red zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the D deny them on second and goal. To the air, it's Barnett. Under fire. Looking to get it in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Duke. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big CUSA matchup for you. Jacksonville State overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from home, these Gamecocks gotta be thrilled. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where CUSA is right now, and man, what a difference.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll go to work in the air on second down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Wants to keep it in the air. Quick completion on the out route. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Looking to throw on first down. snagged out of the air. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 3rd. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Not exactly a ton of points in this one. They just couldn't overcome the offensive struggles and come up short.
And that's a bad feeling when you're the offense, because you see your defense time and time again getting stops, giving you the football back and giving you an opportunity. The offense, they just couldn't pull their own weight.
I hear you. It's a bad feeling for the offense, but it really sucks for us as defense because we got to keep going back on the field time and time again with no offensive support. A lot of times the frustration will lead on the sidelines. You'll see people getting angry, but the offense has got to do it.